Hi guys, welcome back to DreamWorks Design Creatives, the channel that will take you to the next level, the channel that will empower you until you become self-sustained, the channel that will give you the opportunity to become a freelancer, the channel that will take you to the next level in terms of freelance services and in terms of becoming independent of your own and doing things your way, in terms of becoming your own boss. So you're welcome to this channel. For those who are new, this is a channel that works to provide youths with empowerment programs through IT solutions. And we started with designs, making graphic designs, and becoming user interface and user experience designers. This is the channel that will make you become a user interface designer, and this is the channel that will help you become a user experience designer. So thank you so much for those who are following up with the tutorials. I'm so humbled to have you on board. Continue supporting me, continue helping me, and continue preaching the message to the youths who may not have anything or fees to cater for their tuition or for their school, colleges and all that. So this course is free of charge, and at the end of it you will get a certificate at a very small cost, or a very meager cost. So today we are going to have a look at how we can design a logo, and as a start, we will start with design a logo. That's our heading, or logo design. So we are going to actually talk more about how to design a logo and what are the factors to consider when designing a logo. So we are going to talk more about designing a logo. I am going to give you more details on factors that you need to consider in order to design a logo. Many people want to have a good logo. A client will come to you and they want to have a very nice logo, and if you have the skills of designing with Figma, definitely you're going to do that. You will design a logo for your client, and your client will be happy to go home with a good and a very impressive logo. So today I want to talk more about factors that you need to consider on if you want to have a good logo. You will have factors. Let me just write it down. Factors to consider. Factors to consider when you design a logo. Consider. Let me reduce this font. Let me reduce the font to something that is better. We have 30. Good. Factors to consider. When designing a logo. Good. Now we need to have a look at what really you need to see, what really you need to have for you to have a logo. Thing number one, to have a logo, a good logo must be relevant. A good logo must be relevant, stroke appropriate. You need to come up with a logo that actually is meant for a specific audience, or for a certain group of people, or for a certain industry. You don't jump into a logo or designing a logo without knowing what type of business that you're going to provide to your consumers. So before you actually come up with a logo, you need to see or create a logo that is appropriate to the audience or relevant to the consumers who will be getting the services that you will be providing. Most people miss this point. They don't check on relevance. They actually don't look at the appropriateness of the logo. They come up with a very nice design that actually tries to be very appealing to many people, but they fail to make it be very appropriate. You don't have to create a logo that is looking the same as the kind of business you're doing. Like for example, if you are selling fruits, it's not a must you design a logo that has a fruit in it. You only need to design a logo that is very appropriate, a logo that when your customer looks at it, remember, a logo is the face of your company. Actually, a logo is actually that first impression, that face that a customer or a client, when they come to you, that's the first thing they see. So you have to give a logo that is actually so appropriate to the business you're doing, a logo that is relevant to the field of work that you're doing, and that is to speaks more about that speaks more about the relevance or appropriateness of a logo. Number two, our logo should be describable. Should be describable, yeah, or describable or legible. Now, when you talk of a logo being describable, it's something that when a consumer or a client sees it, they can actually give a few description about it, or the logo itself can give some message. It can give a message to the customer. If it's about hardware, when you do a logo on a hardware thing, the customer should actually be able to describe what actually that logo is all about, or the logo itself should describe itself. It should show the consumer what it is all about. So it should be describable or legible. A logo should be memorable. What do we mean? Or timeless, sorry, or timeless. Should be memorable or timeless. What do you mean? A logo should be something that when I see it for the first time, when I go the next time when I'm asked about your company, I can figure out easily. The first thing I see is the logo. So I need to make that logo be very memorable, something easy to understand. You don't need to complicate it. You don't need to make it look very complicated. Just provide the relevant white spaces, relevant spacing, relevant kerning, the relevant leading, so that the customer can easily memorize your logo. Don't make it too hard for the customers to remember. The other thing that you should remember or you should factor in when you're doing a logo as a designer, you should know that your logo should be scalable or versatile should be scalable or versatile. What does that mean? It means that your logo should fit on all your printing materials, be it on t-shirts, it should fit well, be it on business cards, it should fit well, be it on letterheads, it should be fitting so nicely, be it a website, it should be fitting so well, be it an application or a mobile application, it should fit so well, be it anything, flyers or any material, on a pen, on any piece of object. Your logo should fit in well. It shouldn't be something that can't fit on a pen but can fit on a piece of paper. So it should be scalable, it should be adjustable, so that you can easily make it fit in any kind of material that you have. Last thing and not the least, it should be a logo should be effective without color. Yes, you don't need, or it's not a must for you to have colors in your logo. Make it simple, make it look very simple, make it look so attractive. You can use one color and you make it so nice and look very simple and very memorable, very scalable and very describable and relevant. So you don't need to, yes, it is okay to have different colors, but don't put so many colors that will confuse the consumer or the client. You need to have a simple logo that has either a single color or two colors or three colors or four colors, but it should be something that can easily be memorized, something that can easily be seen as a face. Remember, a logo is like a puzzle. When you collect these the words or the naming of the logo and you put them together and you complete that puzzle, that completes a company business, or that completes a business. So when you complete a puzzle, it means this business will completely be very successful, and it will be so nice, so looking like you don't need to make the logo appear like something that's very different from the business. You should actually provide a logo to the business or to the consumer, a logo that is very effective, a logo that will work without even providing other details about the company. So those are the 5 key factors to consider. 5 key factors to consider when designing a logo as a designer. When the customer or a client comes to you and they need to actually see they need to have a design of a logo, or they want you to design for them a logo, you need to provide them with several you need to give them so many logo designs so that they can choose from. You should provide several options for the client so that the client can make a good decision about the logo that they choose. So I just want to take you through a few. We can decide to have a few logos. Let me choose a frame so that we can have a logo, something that can help us make something. So I want us to think of something. Let's think of either a business or anything. You must be very creative. You must think outside the box. You must provide different options. Like for example, let me show you before we go there. Let me show you a few logos that different organizations have, and are very simple. I'll just take you to plugins. I'll take you to community so that we can have a good look of a few logos that we do have. Just have a look at them. Now look at these plugins. Every plugin has a logo behind to start with. So this is the logo for Unsplash. If you look at this logo, there's a U and a dot on top. There is so much that this logo has in terms of its the meaning. There's a reason why they did that, that maybe we may not understand, but look, if you look at it, it's something that is one color, something you can easily memorize. It's scalable. You can use it in every design, every piece of material. If you look at that, something that is very simple to remember. This is also another one. There's another one here. There's another one there. There's another one there. That's Lorraine Ipson. It shows you more about texts or paragraph text messages. Autoflow, there's a flow of something from this arrow. If you look at all these, look at all these, you will see that icons 8 free, so you can see this is I and an 8 or something of that. There's also an implication that there's an F, and there's also another icons 8 free icons. You can see all this is provided in the name. You can see wireframe, you can see maps call and all that. These are different logos for different companies, and they are so simple. They are so simple to design. We can design something like this. You can think of anything that we can design. I think that's it. I think that's it. Can think of anything that we can design, and we make it our logo. So as you meet your customer, as you meet your clients, you need to actually provide different options. You need to think outside the box. You need to think something simple that the consumer or the public or the audience of the client will be able to relate to, and they can easily memorize it, and they can make it appear so nice. So our first logo, let's think of a logo. Let's think of which company. So let's think of a company. Say which company do we which company do we consider? We can talk of can think of anything. You can talk of a company that deals with farming. Company that deals with farming. So maybe it's a farming company. They do plant and sell cash crops. They sell cash crops. So maybe we think of a company like Kenya, like just an example, Kenya Farmers. Think of it, Kenya Farmers. That's just a name. That's a name that we've given to. We want to use this to play around with this. Want to play around with this so that we can have something that maybe we can play around with it. So before we continue, we need to know what is the standard size of a logo. So just wanted you to at least know what is the standard size of a logo. What is the standard size of a logo? Now, the standard size of a logo depends on the platform you are uploading it to. For example, a YouTube profile photo is 800 by 800 pixel, whereas a logo for a website or email usually is usually a maximum height of 100 pixels. So if you want to know what the standard size of a logo is, for the most part 250 width, pixel width, and 100 pixel height is the standard logo. They are the optimal actually logo dimensions for a web page. However, if you need to customize your logo size, we know how to do it below. That's how they are saying. That's from them. Standard size of logo, the high resolution. What size is high resolution logo? They're provided there. So you can always look for a standard size of a logo. For us, I believe we will use we will go to 250 by 100. 250 by 100 is at least a good logo standard, and we can have it for us to actually play around with. So I will have this box. So if maybe I need a logo, I may say I don't need a box. I don't need a box there. Let me have not have a rectangle. Let me have an ellipse. So let me give it a width so that it can be a circle. So that's what we want to play around with. So with this you can You can increase it, you can reduce it to your position of your choice. You can decide to do anything with it. You have no limitations. You can decide to do anything with it. So I just want us to just try and see. This is just I won't give the best logo design, but I will give a design that will actually factor all the factors that we've talked about. So I just chose one of we just decided to play around with the words. I just want to see, this is Kenya Farmers and Distributors. So from here you can see KF and D. You can decide to put something KFD inside here, and you can start by doing this. So when you want to start a logo, you can decide to play around with the circle. We just decided to choose a circle shape. We play around with the circle shape so that we can have them the figures or the logo inside that circle, because they are distributors. The circle is round, so it means they can, from this point, from the center, they can distribute to any point. They can move it to the west, they can move it to north, they can distribute to south, they can distribute to west, they can distribute to east, they can distribute to southwest, southeast, northwest, northeast. Inside the circle, it means they don't have a limitation of distribution. Because they are farmers, they do farming, and whatever they farm or whatever they have, they can distribute to various sites. They can distribute to any part of the world. Actually, this shape is like a globe. It doesn't limit, their limitation is not, there is no limitation to them. They can distribute anywhere. So because the world is round and we have different colors for the world, we can decide to have different colors on the outline, so that that logo represents the different colors, that are in the world. So we can decide to give it a stroke of say a stroke of that's an outline of 10 is good. 10 is good. And then we can decide to have different colors. We can decide to make it linear so that it can have different colors altogether, on the edges, so that our distribution can be going to different parts of the country, different parts of the world. When we say different parts of the country, because the country has a similar color, or if it's so if it's a country like Kenya, we love green, black, red, and all that, and white. So I can mix the outline so that it looks more appealing, so that it shows that actually the distribution goes to different zones, different people who have different color preferences. So I can decide to have a green color, something green, like that. So let me reduce the green, to there. And then I can have another color that's more appealing. That's maybe, let's have, most people love this color blue. Let's say if color blue is more, so we can have blue there, or purple, I don't know, blue or something. And then we can have purple or bluish color. The bluish color, let me have blue there. Then I can have another color, red. Most people love red. Let's see how red comes in. Let's see how red. Aha. Then we have black. So these colors are good for a start. They represent almost everywhere. I can also change the color that is inside to represent water farmers use water to do their farming. I think that bluish color, I think that color is better. That color looks fine for me. Then in the outside, inside, sorry, I want to make Kenya farmers and distributors be visible inside there. So I will take a K, I will need an F, I will need distributors. So definitely I will go for I can take K to represent the K, and F and the D. Let me show you how I can do that. Let's take our pen. Let's take our pen there. Let's do a drawing. Let's get our K there. Our K, I want the K to more look like a K, or still look like an F. Let me have it sorry, let me have it there. Good. That's my K. That's my K. Remember, I want to take this K here. So this K will have 3 representation. It will still be F, and it will this line here will divide this D to 2, this circle, sorry, into 2. When it divides into 2, we'll have 2 D's. Distribution can either go through this side of my right, distribution can be done through my left side. Everywhere is represented. So let me click on done, and then increase the stroke of this K to say 15. Is 15 okay? I think 15 is okay. Then I don't need these sharp corners, I don't need these caps. I would need a round one. A round one would be looking more, or should I have an arrow, line arrow? Let me see. No. Let me have a line, a round one. Because if I go for square, I will get back to what I had. So let me have a round one, and then I will still need some linear on this one. So let me see which I will go for. Green. I will go for green definitely, because green will represent these farmers very well. Let me see which one I go. Then I will change to, I will go for linear, no, angular. Angular to me looks more attractive. So let me see if I change this color. What if I bring it there, or if I take it there? Let me create an arrow. Yes, I think that is good for me. I have an arrow here that shows all the distribution, the movement of the distribution. Looks cool, both sides. This arrow shows the back of the K, back of the K here. There's distribution that goes on around there, and then this this sharp edge, this round edge here represents distribution will either go that side, it can either go that other side, it can either go this side, and then this it can go down. So it can go north, it can go northwest, can go west, can go southwest, can go south, it can go. This big arrow, if I collect the 3, it tells me it can take me this other side. So if I take this here, sorry, I did that wrong. If I take this here, then I try to increase it so that I can resize it, keep it inside, so that I can keep it inside. If I keep it inside like that, yes, look at that, so when you look at this, what do you see? You see the the K, this line here has divided my circle into two. There's a D on this side, there's a D on that's the other side. Distribution, definitely the keyword is distribution. And then the F is here for K, where the K is represents farmers. And then there's the K for Kenya, farmers. And then there's this water around here to show that they farm here. This black represents the soil that they use to do their farming. This round circle here with different colors shows the distribution goes to different countries where people have different preferences, different tastes. Yeah, that's it. So if I group this, if I group this and then I reduce it to something smaller so that it can fit anywhere I want, I can do that. I can do that. Oh yes, I can do that. So guys, do thorough practice. This was just but an example. We could have done more options because you need to actually think, have different mindsets towards the logo. Be very innovative, be very creative, bring in ideas. You need to sketch it down on paper before you take it there. We didn't do that, but it is good practice to sketch it down here and see how it will appear out there, so that you can be more professional. So thank you guys, until we meet in the next lesson. I believe you will do more practice, and I know you are enjoying this. Thank you for staying tuned, connected, and thank you for the support. So thank you so much. Can we meet in the next lesson? Oh yes, let's meet in the next lesson. I will take you through something else which is nice to have and good to do. Oh, thank you.